Thokozani Dimelang Khanya Lisedi. Hello everyone and welcome to the 101 sessions with Gogo Mosore, and I'm your host Gogo M. Giving you guys tips, lessons and teachings on everything spirituality. Okay, so today I want to talk about signs that you are spiritually connected to a person. I know some of you guys are going to be happy for this one. It's something light, something joyful, something sweet. Okay, but before I get into this, I want us to understand what a spiritual connection is. This someone or spiritually, there's a spiritual contract that was done by the souls before you were brought into this world to actually say, well, you're going to meet this person at this particular time in your life, and this meeting this person will actually impact your life in a certain way. It can be through growth, it can be through learning, because what I noted down is that some people are there to teach us lessons, while other people are there to heal us, other people are there to actually build us, while others are there to tear us apart. And every single person that is met under this spiritual or rather soul contract has their own benefits in your life. Because what I really believe as a person is that 80% of the people that I have encountered in my life were souls that I was connected to in a way, because I've got to learn a lot of things from them, because I'm the kind of person who feels like every single person that I meet, I need to learn something from them, whether they are my senior or whether they are my junior, because every single person has their own teaching in a sense. So you need to understand what not every single person whom you are connected to spiritually is there to actually help you or rather heal you, what all those kind of good things. Others are there to harm you, others are there to hurt you, others are there to teach you lessons that you need to learn in order to grow, in order to be a better person, in order to be a better version of yourself, in order to let go of the old habits that you've been taught as a child and give birth to new habits that will actually benefit you in a way that you need to be benefited in a sense. So these people can be soulmates or they can be twin flames. And the one thing a lot I've noticed is misleading. Get the fact that a soulmate is expected to be someone who you fall in love with and all these kind of things, which is not the case. Your friend is your soulmate. A friend can be your soulmate, a colleague can be your soulmate, a neighbor can be your soulmate. It doesn't matter the kind of relationship, but get that thing out. Your souls are meant to intertwine. Your souls are meant to meet each other. And that's for a twin flame. A twin flame is not someone you're gonna fall in love with and spend the rest of your life with. A twin flame is someone who's supposed to give you a very crucial lesson in terms of your growth. Yes, the relationship most of the times is a romantic relationship, but this is not a romantic relationship where this is someone you're gonna spend the rest of your life with. This is someone who prepares you for the person you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with. This is someone who helps you like do shadow work, who helps you let go of bad habits and all those kind of things. And that way of helping you let go of all these things can actually be in a negative way. They're just going to put you through heartache, through a lot of bad things and whatnot. So they are very crucial in terms of spiritual growth and whatnot, but they are always confused as people by they are meant to be with you in a sense, and that is not the case. So with the signs that this is a person who you are spiritually connected to, I have 7 different signs here, and the first one is that you are drawn to this particular person. Your instincts actually guide you to this person in every way whatsoever. Even if you're saying to yourself, you know what, I want to let go of this person, I want to leave this person behind, I don't want this person in my life, regardless of the way that they are. It could be like this person is very toxic and whatnot, and you keep feeling like you need to move away from this person, but no matter how much you're trying to do that, for some reason you're always drawn back to this person over and over and over again. And the reason why you keep being drawn to this person is because that fact you have not yet learned what you need to learn from the encounter you have with this person. So until you learn what you need to learn, then you continue to go back into this person's life over and over and over again. So it's a learning curve kind of relationship, or rather connection, but not every single person whom you're drawn to comes with negative things. Some people are there for their presence is actually beautiful. Even when you're drawn to them, you actually feel this positive energy, this beautiful, loving, caring, nurturing energy from them. But even though you're drawn to this person, yes, it could be that thing out, no matter how good they are, at some point you will have to part ways. Yes, it's gonna be a very bittersweet separation, but this separation always occurs whenever you're supposed to go on and visit certain sectors of your personal life and growth and whatnot, right? But not everyone whom you are drawn to spiritually and whatnot are people by law you have to leave behind. Others, they are there for life. It just depends on what kind of spiritual connection or whether spiritual contract you may have with this particular person, okay? Number 2, There's an amount of comfortability and security with them. Okay, you flow with them naturally, if a natural flow. Because okay, you might find that as a person you're very introverted, you're someone who isn't really good at communicating with people and whatnot, but for some reason this particular person, when you encounter them, you're just drawn to them. There's just this beautiful energy about them that just makes you so comfortable. You find yourself sharing so many things that you shouldn't be sharing with this person, and feeling so comfortable, feeling very secure, feeling safe around this person, regardless of whether their presence is a good one or a bad one. It's a learning curve or a building curve, depending on what their purpose is. But you'll feel very comfortable with this person. You'll flow with them naturally. You'll be able to share, or rather understand each other on a deeper level. And that is a spiritual connection. The best spiritual connections are the ones where you connect with this person on levels that you cannot connect with any other person in your life. Even if that person is a parent, even if that person is your best friend for a very long time, you cannot connect with them the way that you're connecting with this particular person who you are spiritually connected to. So your soul is connected to, in a sense. Number 3, familiar with their soul and being. So like, you know, when you're familiar with a person's soul, it's very hard to actually describe it. But the minute you actually see this person, you feel this warmth from them. Like you feel, well, okay, I've known this person for a very long time, and for me it's that thing, I've known you in my past lifetime, you know, in a sense, like that kind of sensation. Like you feel like you are so familiar with this person from the inside out, and it's something that you cannot take control of. It's just this sense, or rather this feeling, that is there with you throughout the entire time you meet this person, you go through life's journey with this person. You're just so familiar with this person's soul, this person's being, this person's character. Everything about them just seems so familiar to you. Everything about them is just there. Like you just know what I am so familiar with. I don't even know how to explain this properly, but you are familiar with this person's soul and being in ways you cannot be familiar with other people's. And the 4th sign is that you are too transparent. This is when it does actually go hand in hand with being too comfortable with a person. But with being comfortable with a person, you can actually still like keep some things to yourself. But when you are in a state you are so transparent with a person, you share with this person everything, your flaws, your woes, every single thing, whether being good or bad, and you're not even afraid to share these different sides of these sides that you're not even comfortable sharing with other people. But for some reason you become so transparent with this person to a point where they know you from the inside out and you know them from the inside out. That is a spiritual connection. That is not the kind of connection you can have with every single person. For a lot of us, a lot of people, when we encounter them, we have our guards up. But with this person, you just let your guards down and you're just there revealing yourself in every single way. You're just naked to this person, and it's actually a beautiful thing, because you tend, with this kind of connection, you actually find yourself being able to look at different sides of yourself, the good and the bad ones, the ones that actually are breaking you and the ones that are building you, being able to confront the person that you are and the person that you're supposed to be. And that is actually the best kind of connection, where you are able to confront different sides of yourself in a way at the end of the day you are able to grow, or rather be a better version of yourself. Okay, I'm spitting some woke things. Okay, number 5, you are liberated with them. Okay, so you have this sense of freedom. You have this sense you can do whatever it is that you put your mind to. This is a person who actually gives you this confidence that you never thought that you would ever have in a way whatsoever. This is a person who pushes you to go for the job that everyone's telling you're not going to be successful with. If this is a person who's pushing you to go through the limits that have been put for you in your life and whatnot, to go through every single thing that you're afraid to go through, and at the end of the day build yourself in a way that you're not, like, you didn't expect yourself to be built at the end of the day. So this is Moilongo, you liberate yourself because of this person. This person helps you free yourself from this sort of like cocoon that you've been put in from a very young age and whatnot, right? Number 6, you easily trust these people. So when you are spiritually connected with the person, whether this person's there to bring light into your life or just tear your things apart. For the main factor of their being in your life is actually going to be beneficial to you, means what at the end of the day, you are going to trust this person. You're going to believe every single thing from this person's mouth, regardless of whether it's true or not. You just have this energy, or rather this feeling, to trust them, even if you're very intuitive in a sense, even if you're someone whose instincts always warn you about people that are not supposed to be there. For some reason, your instincts do not warn you about this person, because your spiritual guides, your ancestors, God, they all know what this person coming into your life is there to actually build you up into being the person that you need to be. So you trust everything that this person has to say, whether it's logical or whether it's not. Everything from their mouth is just, it's wisdom. It's heavenly wisdom for you, in a sense. And the last sign that you are spiritually connected with the person is a subconscious understanding between the two. You know, when you understand someone so much that you don't even need to have an explanation, like they don't even need to sit down and tell you what, this is how I feel, this is how I think of certain things. You just understand this person's emotions regardless. So with a spiritual connection, a soul connection, you understand this person's emotions, you understand what this person is feeling from the get-go and whatnot. They don't need to point it out or rather say it out loud. And even when you don't even need to say it out loud how you are feeling about certain things, automatically they will know, because your souls are familiar with each other. You're transparent with each other, whether you're trying to or not. So everything about them and everything about you, you subconsciously understand it without ever needing an explanation behind any of these things. Okay, so this is it for today's session. I hope you guys fully understand it. But like I said, with soul connections, it doesn't necessarily mean what there's a lover. It can be a friend, a colleague, a neighbor, a passerby. You know, every single person, not every single person, but 80% in my own mathematical judgment, which I know can be a bit wrong, but it's cool. But I would say 80% of the people that we encounter in our life have a spiritual connection with us, and that being there is actually there to guide us, to help us in certain things. And for example, with me saying this, I've encountered people by Longore I've actually met for one day and had a conversation with once in my entire life. I don't even know the people's names and whatnot, but I would even recognize the person 10 years from now. And this minor conversation that I may have had with this particular person actually brought so much light or so much understanding to my life. That is a spiritual connection. Okay, you meet a person for 10 years and them being there helps you go through certain things. That is a spiritual connection. You meet a person for 10 days. It doesn't matter how long you've known this person, how long they've been in your life. If their being in your life actually had an impact in your life for your growth, your mental health, like your healing, whatever it may be, you might have a spiritual connection with this person, a soul connection with this person. Them coming into your life was actually destined to happen. Anyways, that is it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this session. Have a beautiful one. Thokozani. Bye-bye.